Good morning, students. My name is Prasad and I am going to teach physics for you, and I have nearly 16 years experience. Okay, today I am going to start the vectors. So we already know about what are the basic differences between vectors and scalars. So what are the vectors and scalars? Scalars are the physical quantities. Even vector is also a physical quantity, but the physical quantity which has only magnitude, are known as scalar quantities. So I mean to say that those physical quantities which has only magnitude, in the sense, suppose if I am speaking about the length of this object, what do we say generally? It is the length of the object is some around 15 centimeters. So 15 centimeters is the length of this object. So that length of the object is around 15 centimeters. I can't simply write it as 15, or we can't simply write that as 15 means it may be any of the other. I can write 15 seconds, or I can write 15 kilometers, or like that. But here when I speak about the length of this pencil or stylus, which is taken to be as 15 centimeters. So 15 centimeters, 15 is a numerical value and centimeter is its corresponding unit. So 15 centimeters, any of the physical quantity which has a numerical value along with unit, that we will call it as a physical quantity. But those physical quantities can be basically categorized. Physical quantities which are categorized into scalar quantities and vector quantities. If any of the physical quantity which has only magnitude, just as I mentioned earlier, that is 15 centimeters is the it possesses a numerical value along with unit. But if I just measure the same length of the stylus in the other direction, do we say that there is any different in the value? No, right? Yeah, that means that kind of physical quantities which has only magnitude but no direction, those are known as scalar quantities. So if I just generally write the definition of that scalar quantities are the physical quantities which has only magnitude. As I mentioned earlier, the example of that will be either length of the object or the mass of the person or mass of any object, or like that. These are all possess only magnitude but no direction. There is no need of there is no specific directionality for that. Okay. So coming to the vector quantities, those vector quantities which has the direction as well as magnitude. So the physical quantities which has both direction and magnitude. So physical quantities which has both direction and magnitude, that means those physical quantities are like, example, if I say the velocity or the force. If I am speaking about your respective weight, what is the direction of our weight? Generally our weight will be towards the center of the earth. So if I am speaking about any of the object whose weight, if that object mass is some m, then it will be attracted towards the center of the earth with a certain force. So the direction of force will be always existing. It has magnitude. Suppose if I am taking the example as some 50 kilogram person is being attracted towards the center of the earth with some force. So what is the direction? That is, it has a specific direction always, though it may be like that person may be sitting on, or though the person is just lying down on a bed or like that, in all these cases his force, or he will be attracted towards the center of the earth as long as he is on any of the celestial object. So this object, this physical quantity which has both direction as well as magnitude, that we will call it as the vector quantity. So generally vector quantities, how do we represent those vector quantities? So how do we represent and how can we distinguish those vector quantities? Okay. Yeah. So these vector quantities are examples of these vector quantities like force, momentum, and even I can say that momentum, weight, force and weight both are forces only. Okay, that's the reason I am not writing weight again. So force, momentum, and even other physical quantities which has both direction and magnitude are the electric field. At your higher levels you will be learning about what is electric field, magnetic field, etc. Okay, this electric field is also a vector quantity. Even magnetic field is also a vector quantity. Magnetic field is represented with B. So here, to show that it is a vector quantity, we are using a letter. Over the top of the letter there is an arrow. What is that arrow is denoting? It is possessing both magnitude as well as direction. So for example, if I am just trying to pull an object, let me take this object is pulled. I can pull the object or I can apply the force on the object along one direction. So suppose if I am mentioning it as that object is being pulled towards the north by applying some force 5 Newton. 5 Newton is the force applied on the object and towards north. So towards north, that means here what is the magnitude of that force, and that I can write it as 5 Newtons is the magnitude of the force, and what about the direction? Direction is towards north. That means it has both magnitude as well as direction. But whereas in the other, what are the main points here under scalar and vector quantities? Scalar quantities are the quantities which has only magnitude, but whereas vector quantities are the quantities which has only, which has both magnitude and direction. So that's the reason I have taken one simple example related to that of force, and force can be applied in any direction, but here in this case it is possessing a specific direction towards north. So will the object tends to move towards the north or not due to the application of that force? Will tend to move if it is more than that of a certain limit, which we can call it as frictional force. That is also a force. Okay. So similarly, if you just refer to any of the other vector quantities, and how can we represent that vector quantity? Suppose if anyone is asking you where is your house address? Okay, I got to know some of my friend just now said that in this direction you have to move along these many steps and all. Okay, in the similar way we can also represent that vector, like that vector can be just represented in such a way. As I am just trying to say something about how a vector quantity can be expressed, and suppose if you are directing your friend to just locate from one point, let me take this is the initial position where your friend is located at. Okay, from the initial position you are directing, if you are directing him to come to a final position somewhere over here, this is the final position if I say, and the path available is, this is the path available and this is your location. So if I just want to mention it in terms of the directions, like towards north, and this is east and west, etc. Okay, so you have to direct in such a way that your friend has to take some number of steps along the north direction. So let me take he has to take 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and so on, some number of steps. Let me take it as 5, 6 and 7. 7 number of steps along the north direction. So how do I write it? That is, you will just redirect it as take 10 steps or 7 steps along north. Along north. And from there he has to take the take his or change his direction towards west, and from there he has to take few more steps. Let me take, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 to reach your destination. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 number of steps towards west. So you need to take left turn, that is moving towards left or west, I can say, by 7 steps. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 I have taken. 5 steps towards west. So therefore, altogether, if I want to represent that position vector from initial to the final position, that is, I will represent it as position vector r, and he is moving along the north direction by 7 steps. So 7 steps along the north direction. So that 7 steps along the north direction, here if I take, if I just correlate with the coordinate axis, along the x-axis, he has to move along 7 steps towards x-axis. So along x-axis, as we are saying that what is the each step and in which direction that step is. To represent that, I am writing it as 7 I cap, where I cap is the unit vector along x-axis. That means each step dimension along x-axis, and that too along x-axis, to represent that it is I cap, plus how many number of steps he has taken along y-axis, which will be 5 steps. So I can write the position vector of that. So altogether, if you just this is similar to that of the way how you can redirect your friend to your location from his actual existing location to the final location, how many number of steps he has to take in which direction and all. The same thing we can represent that vector, okay, which has the magnitude. If you just refer to this, is this representing the magnitude along x-axis or not? And even this is representing the magnitude along y-axis. And to say that it is along the x-axis, I am using a unit vector along x-axis as I cap. Similarly, the unit vector along y-axis is j cap. So therefore, the position vector will be 7 I cap plus 5 j cap. That is the overall position vector to reach from initial to the final position. Now coming to the magnitude of that. What do you mean by the magnitude? Magnitude of that position vector. Suppose if I say magnitude of the position vector will be the x coordinate, how many steps he has taken along x-axis and how many steps along y-axis. Overall magnitude, if you want to get that, I can write it as, that is under root of this 7 square plus 5 square. That gives us the magnitude of that position vector. And in which direction he has moved. This is the initial position and this is the final position. So overall the journey has taken place in this direction. To mention that direction, we are using a vector that is a notation that has r cap. So what is, how can we represent that r cap? R cap will be representing the direction. This is representing the direction of the vector, okay, which can be obtained by, that is r bar by magnitude of r. So we already represented that r bar in the previous case. What is that? 7 I cap plus 5 j cap is the vector represented by the magnitude. What we got is under root of 7 square plus 5 square. 7 square plus 5 square, which is 49 plus 25. So this is the direction of that vector. So altogether I can represent any of the vector with its magnitude, which is modulus of r, into the direction. Direction is represented with r cap. So this is representing the magnitude and this will be representing the direction. Hence, any of the vector I can just express it with its magnitude along with direction. That's the like notation how we express the vector. Thank you, students.